Welcome to my YouTube channel, KnowPsycho. Today we will learn about Cattell's trait approach. According to him, traits are relatively permanent and broad reaction tendencies of personality. He distinguished them as 1. Surface trait and source trait, 2. Constitutional and environmental mold traits, 3. Ability, temperament and dynamic traits. Surface traits and source traits. The observable qualities of a personality like kindness, honesty, helpfulness, generosity, etc. are named as surface traits. Cattell studied several thousand people, and he reported certain cluster of surface traits that appear together from time to time. He further reported that these were the clear evidence of some deeper, more general underlying personality factors, and he referred to these as source traits. Source traits make up the most basic structure of personality. Although source traits are smaller in number than surface traits, yet they are better predictors of human behavior. We all possess the same source traits, but we do not possess them in the same amount. For example, intelligence is a source trait, and everyone possesses this, but we do not possess intelligence in the same amount. Cattell found 23 source traits in normal persons and 16 of which he studied in detail. These 16 basic source traits were then used in the construction of the 16 personality, 16PF, questionnaire popularly known as 16PF test. They are as follows. He further derived 12 new factors that measure psychopathological traits called Clinical Analysis Questionnaire, CAQ. He has identified major source traits of both normal and abnormal personality. He also distinguished between constitutional traits and environmental mold traits. Constitutional traits are those traits which are determined by nature or heredity, whereas environmental mold traits are those which are determined by nurture. That is, by experience gained in interaction with environment. He developed a technique called MAVA, multiple abstract variance analysis, to assess the degree between both. It is based upon the comparisons between people of the same family, either reared together or reared apart, or between members of different families reared either together or apart. Cattell has further subdivided traits into ability traits, temperament traits and dynamic traits. Ability traits refer to the person's skill in dealing with the environment and the goals set therein. Like, intelligence is an example of ability trait. Temperament traits refer to stylistic tendencies that largely show how a person moves towards a goal. Being moody, irritable, easygoing are examples of temperament trait. Dynamic traits are the person's motivation and interest which set the person in action toward the goal. Example, a person may be characterized as being power-seeking, ambitious or sports-oriented. Dynamic traits are of 3 types, viz. 1. Attitudes, 2. Ergs and 3. Sentiments. Attitudes display specific manifestations of underlying motives, and ergs are basic material existence requirements of humans, like hunger, curiosity, etc., whereas sentiment focus on social object results from experimental or socio-cultural factors. Thanks for watching video. Kindly like, share and subscribe my channel KnowPsycho.